Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 765, and is a review of I'm No Longer Here, Ya No Estoy Aquí. As always, this is the Nerdy Chicano here to host the show, alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to wonderful, wonderful Monday night, and it's so good we had to do the intro twice.
Yeah. Sometimes growing pains with this new platform that we're using, but like so far so good.
It's not
with
bad.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes it'll play the video all over again. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? But nonetheless, live early and ad free over on Patreon.com/TheNerdClub, where you can get this episode live early and ad free before it drops for everybody on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. And before we can go ahead and get into today's review, Brad, how are you today?
I am here.
That doesn't sound too great.
I really want to take a nap. Work was good. I mean, work was work. So,
Yeah?
yep. So I went in, did my job. Now I'm here.
Okay.
Doing my other job.
Yeah. This one's more fun than the other one.
Oh, yes. This one doesn't pay either, so.
Yeah. Well, I wish I could pay.
I know.
I
It's
really
more
wish
fun.
I could.
It is more fun, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I would imagine it is a lot more fun. I don't think you want to be doing half the work you do at work for,
I
yeah.
used to be an intern.
You're like, that was just a lot more fun.
Yeah, what the hell? I have responsibilities, and people are asking me questions. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want an adult.
Yeah, Brad, that's what you're doing now, man.
I
That's
don't want.
yeah. Well, that's on you, man.
Man, I made these decisions. I have to live with them.
Exactly. Who told you to get a job, Brad?
My parents.
Yep. But with that said, I've been chilling today, Brad. I don't work today, but
Did you go to the gym?
no, I'm gonna go after this is done.
Okay.
Um,
I'm thinking about it.
yeah, I'm going after this is
Heavy
done.
shit.
And then I streamed today. I finally finished Kingdom Hearts 2, and yeah, we finished that game, and we are going to be starting the next one, which is
La la.
Birth by Sleep.
Birth by-
On
What the fuck is that?
it's the next game in this thing.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Fragmentary frackin' fracket.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on with that, and then we're gonna go ahead and do yeah, we're gonna finish that. We're gonna start that next week because I already finished 2. So yeah, pretty much just kind of chilling now, Brad.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah. So, I've watched this movie before we started podcast here, and that's why we're a little bit late. It's because I finished the movie, I made the stream, and then Brad is like,
I mean, you weren't too late.
I went to go take a shit.
Yeah, I'll just give you shit. I'm like, you couldn't shit beforehand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Couldn't just so we could start on time for once.
The fuck?
Did your power go out?
I don't know what the fuck just
Well,
happened.
the power's not out because you're still on screen. It's just now you were in the dark,
Hold on.
so your light went out.
I think it did.
Okay, this is bad because Roll can't see anyway.
Yeah. What the fuck happened?
Uh, uh,
Um.
uh.
What the fuck?
Stacy asked, "How's the Oblivion stream going so far? Catch an arrow to the knee yet?"
Not entirely, Stacy.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we just had some lights back.
I think it's my surge protector.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so the surge protector was like halfway, what's it called, disconnected. So that's great.
Got it.
Did not notice that. But Yeah, there's gonna be some editing being done to this episode.
No, just leave it.
I really want to see what the fuck that looked like.
It's just darkness, just nothing, and I'm like, and you're still talking. I'm like, okay, that's really weird because his power did not go out because he's still on stream. We are in some Last of Us bullshit.
Yeah. So fuck it. I think we should just get into this review, Brad.
Time for the Power Bill Patreon tier.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you had a flashlight. Like who the fuck has a flashlight anymore?
That was my phone.
Okay. Oh, all right. There you go.
Wait, so you can see the flashlight?
Yeah, saw a little bit of the light.
Well, that's my Well, I do have a flashlight, but yeah, it's in the laundry room.
Yeah.
But yeah, what the fuck was that? So let's just go ahead and do this,
What a
Brad.
way to start the show.
Yeah, what a fun way to start, right?
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back and see what that looked like, but
it just you were there, and then you were like, boom. It's like, and I'm like, did the power go out? And then you were still talking. It's like, huh?
like, what the fuck happened? Well, like if it would have been actual like problem with the power, I wouldn't have been in here anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you were still talking, and I'm like,
yeah. What in the fuck? Okay, I'm going back and I'm seeing what this looks like. And it's just complete darkness.
Darkness, yeah.
Yeah. But oh well, Brad, let's just do this thing. So if you haven't watched I'm No Longer Here, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. Not entirely sure how I can spoil this movie for you if it's something that has happened in real life, but we'll just go ahead and just make this happen here.
Was it like a real life event?
For somebody.
Okay.
I think so because did you see like the very end of the movie?
I mean, because they say
after the credits roll.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh man.
Credits rolled.
So after the credits roll, there was like this little like, I guess like a little behind the scenes of like the people, and it's like what's it called? They're all kind of like know each other and shit. Okay. Now, if this is like the real life occurrence of somebody, I don't know. I don't think so. But I mean, it's just very much a look into what a lot of people did go through. But so let's go ahead and read this here, Brad. I'm No Longer Here. Spanish translation is Ya no estoy aquí. Well, actually, I'm No Longer Here is the English translation of Ya no estoy aquí. Is a 2019 Mexican Spanish language drama film written and directed by Fernando Frias de la Parra and starring Juan Daniel Garcia Trevino and Angelina Chen. The script, completed in 2013, was originally published as a short story before being adapted as a full-length feature. It was released on February 27, 2020 to a positive reviews from critics before receiving a global Netflix release on May 27, 2020. The film also screened in several film festivals, including the 2020 Tribeca Film Festival, and received several awards and nominations in international film festivals. It was selected as the Mexican entry for the Best International Feature Film at the 93rd Academy Awards, making the shortlist of 15 films, but was not nominated. What won that year? I believe that's not the year of Parasite. No, it was not. That's 2019. That year, Nomadland won Best Picture. Yes, I know that. Yep. But that year, what won international? Another Round. Oh, yes, I completely disagree with this. Yeah. I forgot. It was Another Round in 2020. Yep. Yep. Did not. Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, well. We all have our Brad, that year though, that year was Collective was nominated as well. The one about the The one from Romania, the one about the nightclub, the documentary.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and also
Wow.
Kuvadis Aida, which was the one about the Bosnian
And
genocide.
you had some fucking deep movies on that year. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna check to see because I mean I don't think this is honestly enough information for this what's it called? So Brad, watch me here before I might get kicked off by IMDb. Let's see if we have any trivia.
paragraphs.
Yeah, let's see if we have any.
Let's see if he gets kicked off by IMDb.
No, I didn't get kicked off, but let's see if we have
Not
any
yet.
trivia. Yeah, the cast is largely comprised of non-actors.
Yeah, we kind of figured that.
Yeah. Cumbia rebajada is a music genre that began in Monterrey, Mexico, when normal Colombian cumbia songs were played at a slower tempo. But now artists are making slow songs that mimic the music, but with normal sounding voices.
Which we had this whole conversation back in the day of Chopped and Screwed.
Yeah.
DJ Screw. And Raul was like, well, he got that from this. It's probably a possibility because he heard it in the neighborhood.
I don't know. I really don't know it because of how segregated Houston is. But they didn't really that trivia doesn't really go into it that well. So actually, what happened was this guy was playing his records, and he's playing the cumbia, right? Mm-hmm. And he's playing his records, but so the player malfunctions, and it causes the the record to slow down. Yep. And it's what kind of the people were like, whoa, that sounds really cool. So they ended up just doing that to the songs, and it ended up birthing this genre called the cumbia rebajada. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts on I'm No Longer Here?
All right, like always, I'm going to start with with what I enjoyed of the film. I never like to start negative. I think the cinematography, and for not being professional actors, they're freaking terrific in this film. I think cinematography is great. I love the story in this film. I think it's a very deep meaning, and we get to follow a very, I don't even want to say a flawed character, because it shows me something that, it shows me a different part of the world, and that I've never experienced in this region. I don't know how many people have experienced life like this. I'm sure a ton, but personally, it just kind of gives you lets you be a fly on the wall into this, and it shows you the reasoning behind why some decisions are made by people. And my only really negative of this film, it's a big negative, I think it's too short.
Really?
I don't say that lightly, because usually Roll knows I want a 1 hour and 30-minute film and I'm fucking done. I wanted to see more of this. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I think I love this film. Just the overall look, feel of it, and the narration and the story of it. It's excellent.
Yeah. I guess my rebuttal would be, Brad, you saw that this was adapted from a short story.
Yeah.
So it's just what else can you add to it that
No, I get that.
Honestly,
but it's one of those movies, and the reason I say I want to see I think it's short is because I want to see more of it. I didn't want the story to end.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to keep going with this character, and I think we have an honest take on what probably happens to him, and it's nothing positive.
No, he's
just because you see what he came back to.
Yeah. I love this movie, man. This was my favorite movie of that year. This was my favorite movie of 2020. And I think that it still very much holds up. What drew me to this movie at first was just the whole subculture of Colombia, of the cumbia rebajada, because it's something that I listen to, something that that I grew up listening to, and it's something that to me just like always kind of caught my attention. I didn't know that there was like a really like a massive subculture though. That like people would like, what's it called? Do their hair like that, or they would, wear stuff like that. But it was just something that I always listened to because my dad would play some of it.
And I mean, like it was really hard to even see, like the Turcos are technically a gang,
Yeah.
but they didn't really act like a gang. They were kids.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed gang, you know?
Yeah.
It's the real gang is Los Efe, They're the gang.
And the other one,
Yeah.
trying to think.
Los Pelones.
Yes,
Yeah.
those were the two actual gangs.
Yeah. But Los Tercos were a very relaxed kind of gang. Like, I mean, you look at it like this, Brad. Like, they weren't out in, like, robbing, stores and stuff and killing people, but they kind of did, like, act like a gang. They wanted that MP3 player, right? But they were robbing, and they were still keeping to, like, the idea of a gang, because they were very loyal to each other and, stuff like that, right? But I wouldn't call them like a straight up gang.
Yeah, I think the age factor, because these are all very young. Like you had someone on there, like they didn't even know he was like 12 or 13 or what, sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So I think age has a factor to doing that too. And unfortunately, we saw one of their members when Ulysses left ended up in is it Los Efe?
Yeah.
And he ends up dying. So it feels like it's like they go from the Turcos until the other gangs. That's kind of what that linear trajectory kind of seems like.
A relaxed gang, like lesser known biker gang, Hex Angels.
Hex Angels, that's what I belong to.
Yeah. So I mean,
I gotta bring up though, Ulysses and Lynn. I thought that whole like showing that relationship was it was fundamental in a way of the movie, because you had two people who could not like talk to each other.
No.
And they're just trying to work it out. But
Yeah.
at the end of it, Lynn, there was just too much of a difference, and Lynn had to let Ulysses go.
Yeah. Like, so you can tell, like, that Lynn was kind of like developing something for him, and
Oh yeah.
sadly, it's just like it's not gonna work. Like he even says it, like when she comes in the at night when he gets what's it called in trouble with the police because
Yeah, he's
he was
super
doing
tired.
without the permit.
Yeah.
And he's like, Lynn, I can't understand you. He's like, basically, there's like, I can't understand you for shit. Like, I can't. Like, this is not gonna work. Like we're friends and all, and it's like cool, but like, he can't understand her, dude.
Yeah. Well, and you have to think of her, like where she comes from. It's like I think she was Chinese, right?
Yes.
And her grandfather, old school Chinese, in New York. He's not going to want to see her with anyone other than probably a Chinese boy.
Yeah. It probably doesn't help the way that he's dressed too.
Probably not. I mean, that's no reason to judge someone, but again,
Yeah.
old school Chinese grandfather.
Yeah. But I mean, I really love this movie, Brad, because it speaks on like a major issue that like a lot of people like tend to ignore about the whole immigration thing, and it's the one of the things that people don't really like think about, and it's just like what you sacrifice when you come over here, and it's like
and
you
how
leave
hard it is just to make a living.
how hard it is to make a living, and essentially like these people who stay here for so long, how much they sacrifice of themselves, their culture, their identity, and like you saw like when he's in that party with the laborers, and how like they're only playing hip hop,
Yeah.
and like, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah,
Like-
what's this shit music?
like what
And
the
then,
like?
and then, like, he's expressing his culture with them. And, I'd say, like, a majority of them were feeling it. They were like, oh, this is
Yeah.
kind of cool. And then you had the one dickhead.
Yeah.
And the one dickhead ruins the party.
Well, it's and it's very representative. Like the one who like, yay, like, oh, I'm in this country and now I have to kind of adopt what this the what's it called the major culture of this country, and it's like, oh, like I don't have to play this music anymore. I don't have to listen to this stuff. I don't have to like talk like this anymore. It's like, oh, I have to. You kind of assimilate into the American culture, and it's like, and and Ulysses is kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Like, did you forget where you came from? Did you forget who you were? Like, this is not this is like we don't listen to this shit over there.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I love that, and the very sad thing, which is something that like I'm sure that us as the viewer can make the connection, but I feel like the movie, what's it called, doesn't really like bring it up as well. Is that of course the reason why Los F were probably what's it called the reason why Los F were able to take control and be able to become like the primary gang in that territory. Let's be real, because they were probably involved with the narco trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were probably the ones who were, they were probably the street gang for the bigger organization.
Yeah. And they could get the backing and the weapons and the money and
Yep.
yeah.
So,
which they do have. They have a scene. They have a scene where they're giving food and supplies to the residents out of the back of a truck. Which anyone knows your history. We've seen it where like gangs do that, and they did it in New York.
Pablo Escobar, bro.
Pablo Escobar was known for it. He was building soccer fields and he was given
Neighborhoods,
food.
bro.
Yeah, and I mean it's known for it. It's they make it seem like they're giving back to the community in a way, but at the same time they're also killing it.
Yep. And I love this movie, man. I of course I love the soundtrack. They're all the songs I've listened to it for multiple times. And I think that music is like the one thing like that throughout this whole journey that Ulysses kind of sticks to, and he's like, this is like the stuff that reminds me of home, and it makes him homesick, but at the same time it makes him kind of like comfortable in the U.S. even when he doesn't feel like as comfortable. Because you really see how this guy like. He's going everywhere, bro. He's trying to keep somehow of a job, but nobody wants to have him.
Yeah.
And he can't find anything. Like, he does the labor, the day laboring, but he can't fucking do it because no one taught him how to do that work.
Yeah.
That's not what, like, it's the misconception of like, like, oh, you're Mexican, you must be able to know how to do this. It's like, dude, no one taught him how to do it. He's not going to know how to fucking do it.
No. And if nobody teaches him, then
and if nobody's willing to teach him, right?
Yeah.
But I also understand it's like if you sacrifice that time to teach them while on the job, you're fucking up your job, and it's like the project's never going to get done. And then when he tries to do the dance, like obviously he doesn't make enough money from that. People like don't what's it called?
I mean it's the hostile environment too.
Well, there's the cop or the homeless people.
Yeah, and I one of the moments I've actually felt bad for like a cop on screen because he was like, "You just gotta call the no, okay, bye."
Tells him like his two words that he knows in English. Fuck you.
And the cop's just like, just call 311, man.
Yeah. In New York, I'm 100% sure they do not have much of a problem with street performing. They're just like, okay, dude, you just got to go and get the fucking permit.
Yeah. There's plenty of busters in the subway and all that.
Thank God he wasn't into Kid Rock then. Yeah, thank God. But of course, like he tries to go to a barbershop, and they're like, no, we can't. We don't need your help here. And it's like, it's really tough, and sadly.
He kind of gives up.
He gives up, and
he even cuts his hair. And I think is he huffing on gasoline?
No, paint thinner.
Oh, is it paint thinner? Okay. I knew it was something.
Yeah. But the sad reality of things like this is just like they end up just getting like you saw he wanted to go back. Throughout this whole movie he wants to go back.
Yeah, he wants to go back home. And then his mom is trying to keep him away because she knows that's I like how she stated it. Like, if you come back, I have no son. because you will be killed.
Yep. And yeah, even the freaking it was a lawyer, right? The one who was talking to him before he gets, it's like, dude, like this process takes forever. Like you can literally just stay here. And he's like, no, I want to go. Like, what's the point? Like, it's a very sad reality, man. It's like you're in this country, you're all alone. You know, you don't know anybody. You can't really talk to anybody. And the people who are here, who you can talk to, most of them just don't see you as one of them. So it's like really hard for you to like stay in this country and fully like be on your own. And then, you know, there's the people who are welcoming. You know, they just can't take you on. Like the Colombian lady. Like, you can't.
No, I mean she's trying to survive herself.
Man, she's gonna get in trouble if she sees you. If they see her with you. Like, you know, it messes with her business and it messes with her safety. So it's just like, it's hard. And, you know, the only possible solution is either get deported or self-deport. And it's a very hard life. And I think the movie does a great job at stating that. It's really funny that you tell me that you thought it was too short, because one of the main criticisms of this movie is that people are like, it's too long. And they're like, they're like, the first hour, they feel like nothing's happening, which I completely disagree, because it's like,
disagree with that.
Like the first hour, like I think you need to what's it called? You know, you need to introduce what this is like, what is happening.
Yeah, you need to introduce the culture in this, and you know who these characters are, and you know where he comes from. Because without that, I would have no understanding, like the rest of the movie, what's happening really. Like you have to show that culture, because most people don't come from that culture.
Yeah, I think it comes from a place of like, and I don't want to put words into people's mouths, but they're like, oh, it's an immigrant story. It must be the same thing. Like they want a better life and they come over here, and it's like, no. Like sometimes it's not that. Like sometimes you're forced out
sometimes
of your country.
Sometimes you're running for your life.
Yeah. And so I really love this movie, man. So I disagree with that consensus that people are like, oh, it feels like the movie has nothing going on in the first hour and it takes too long to get to its point. It's like, nah.
I didn't feel that way at all. I wanted more of this movie. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
That's why I say it. That's why I say it's too short. It's just I wanted to watch more of it.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I agree with you, Brad. Cinematography is incredible. I love especially the way that it like breaks up the landscapes. Mm-hmm. You know, it always kind of feels like Ulysses kind of being pushed off to the side too. Like the walls are always kind of like, you know, squishing Ulysses in, or they're always kind of separating him.
Yeah, which that's pretty amazing. And then the editing. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people from my reading had an issue with the back and forth, you know, past present movement. And it's like, watch a fucking Tarantino film and then
watch Inception. I know Inception. Watch Memento or something.
Yeah,
dude. Like, you guys, come on.
Like,
yeah. It's like what? Like, come on, guys. Like, it's not that hard for you guys to start, you know, like using your head and thinking about these things. Yeah. But who knows, Brad? I guess some people just want it spoon fed to them.
I guess.
But Brad, what's your final verdict on this film?
I'm going to give this film a 10 out of 10. I think everybody should watch it.
I believe so too. I give this a 10 out of 10 as well. My only complaint is you guys should put it on fucking physical. Like, why?
Is it not on physical?
No, it's Netflix, Brad.
Oh, okay.
Criterion probably never picked this one up, so it's stuck on Netflix forever without ever having a physical release. Nowhere. So, who knows? The director of this movie, he made another one, which was really freaking good too. It was another movie recently.
I find it hilarious that on the Wikipedia his name is not in blue for a link.
Yeah, he only made like 3 movies.
Okay.
But his last one that he made was really, really good too. I still think that this one's better, but it was really good, the last one that he made. He also, did some episodes of, I believe, was it Spookies and Our Flag Means Death and all that shit. But yeah, he's working on some other stuff, so I'm interested to see what else he can do. But other than that, like, I just think that he has been he made a really good movie with this one, and I'm really looking forward to what else he makes with his career.
Okay.
I give this movie a 10 out of 10, Brad. I think it's incredible. This movie's incredible.
It's so good.
Yeah. It was great when I first watched it, and it was freaking great when I rewatched it today. So, with that said, that concludes our review of I'm No Longer Here. And, of course, keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, and that's our website, thenerdcore.com. Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/Nerdcore. $1 a month gets you early access, and it's live, and you can chat with us in the chat like Stacy was doing right now. And of course, Discord link is in the description below. You guys, we have patrons. Y'all should be, get in that chat. Talk with Stacy. Don't let him be alone.
Yeah, don't let him drink alone.
Discord link is in the description where you can talk to us all about movies, TV, pro wrestling, video games, whatever the fuck you think about.
Maybe not everything. Maybe not whatever. There's limits to that. We gotta put limits, man. I've seen our audience.
Yeah. And thank you to everybody who's subscribing to the channel, by the way. We're at 570 now, so pretty close to getting to 600. So keep on subscribing. Keep on leaving a like on the video and click that notification bell so you don't miss another review that drops on the channel.
Yeah,
if you're listening to us,
maybe we'll do something special at 600. How about that?
Yeah. Maybe we could start doing The Human Condition.
Yeah,
which is 4-part movie.
Freaking long.
Yeah. But yeah, with that said, we thank you guys so much. Leave a like on the video. I'm sorry, not leave a like. Leave a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app of choice and follow us on that app, as all that can help us out so much. Thank you to our patrons. Without them, none of this is possible. Like our wonderful Stacy, who just said right now, so lonely, just here with my thoughts, crickets. Uh-oh. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you to our patrons. Without them, none of this is possible. Brad, can you tell them where they can find our executive producer, Shane?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedIL, or go buy something from the Subby God at depop.com/Prison City Vintage. Bye-bye.
Damn straight, man. And as always, I hope you all had a wonderful time. I hope you enjoyed this review. We will catch you guys on Sunday for our review of Last of Us Season 2, Episode 4. But on Wednesday, we're doing our mini-pod review of Satoshi Kon's Paprika. So, guys, check that out. $5 tier and above on Patreon. But with that said, I'm getting out of here, Brad. Let's go ahead and get them the fuck out of here.
All right, Raul, leaving host as always. Thank you to Stacy for once again joining us in chat. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode...
There's only one catch.
The fuck?
Just dance through the pain. Young Yoda out.
It's been a weird episode today.
No shit.